Now that we've got the base bridge off, we've got the base bridge removed from the base apron. What we're going to do is we're going to take all of these screws. These are the screws that were holding the base bridge onto the apron just from underneath. We're going to label them so we can just take these, put them all together, put them in a little baggie, just like that one or this one. This one says caster screws, but those screws are back in now that the casters are on. So I guess we can cross off caster and we can put base bridge and it probably is not necessary to separate them out since it should be relatively obvious, or they could even be interchangeable. Let's see. These are the 4 that we're going down into here, and these are the 7 that we're coming up into the bridge, and they do look to be identical. So those can all go together. And then we have these soundboard screws, which those will also be very obvious because they have the buttons on them. Keep those nice and organized. Won't lose those. Okay, when those screws came out, this just of course popped right off. Nothing to it. Sometimes you've got to do a little bit of pounding, but definitely not the case here. This will be glued back together to make it one piece. That separation was significant. When it's glued back together, we'll just have to make sure that we glue it between a straight edge. We'll have clamps squeezing that together. Make sure to have something straight here and here so that it doesn't clamp, like that or like that. Just nice and straight on. Okay, but now we get to the meat of the video. Duplication of this disastrous base bridge. This was redone sometime, I don't know, who knows, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Looks like these pins were glued and then the tension of the strings just ripped them back right out of the glue, the repair that was done. This is actually a pretty common issue to have the wood crack. So this needs to be totally redone with a much stronger wood, and we won't obviously have that issue. To get all these hitch pins out, or sorry, bridge pins, it's going to be a lot easier to do in the clamp than trying to do it holding it like that. So we'll put it in the clamp or in the vise, but this vise is gonna severely damage the bridge, and since we want to minimize our work in the future, we'll try and protect that bridge a little bit with the rags. And I want to clamp it as tight as it needs to be, and then we can just go at it. Pulling those right out. Okay, repeat a whole bunch of times.